Oh, okay.
Welcome, social media, to NFL Gameline. My name is Larry Abels. We have my partner in crime, Earl Gogo, Rush, the sports doctor. How you doing, Earl?
I'm doing pretty good, Larry. We're getting
And
towards
for
the end.
everyone else, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're getting closer towards the end of the season.
Well, I'll let everyone else know Neil Abels is going to join us. He's having a little technical difficulties, but as soon as he signs in, we'll start the our picks. Um, Last week, Earl was the only one during the playoffs. They say it's two seasons, regular season and the playoffs. Yours truly won the regular season, but during the playoffs, Earl was the only one above 500. He had a 4-2 record, and Neil and I were both 3-3. And what got Earl over the hump was he had the foresight to pick Tampa over the Eagles, which is really, when you think about it, the Bucks had won 5 out of their last 6, and the Eagles had lost 5 out of their last 6. But for some reason, I wasn't believing my eyes. The sports doctor always pays attention. How did you know that Tampa was going to win that game, man?
Well, I didn't know. I just had one of those sport doctor feelings.
I remember. I just got a feeling.
Yeah, but the Eagles. I've been watching sports for a long time. This was the first time I've seen a team just literally disintegrate right in front of my face. The last 7 games of the season, I've never even seen the Commanders do something like that. They don't love it, and they're the worst of all worst. But I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand how they just. I know they had some injuries on the defense. Okay. But because you have injuries on defense, does that explain the piss poor performance by the offense? I guess Hurt was hurt more than he wanted to show. That offense was horrible. I've never seen a Philly team go down like that before. I'm actually shocked.
When I looked at their schedule, I think they had an easy schedule the first like 6 or 7 games. Then they had a rough stretch where they had like to play a lot of playoff teams,
Uh-huh.
including Dallas, Buffalo. Here's Neil. Hey Neil, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, we were just talking about the collapse of the Eagles during the end of the regular
Season.
season as well in the playoffs. And I started out by prefacing it by Earl was the one that was above 500. You and I were 3-3, and the big difference was he had the foresight to pick the Bucks over the Eagles. And I don't know why. I was just saying that the Eagles had lost 5 out of their last 6. For some reason, I didn't believe my eyes.
And we had some type of faith that they would turn it around.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, and they lost 32-9.
They got their butt whipped.
And I asked Earl what was his foresight. You know what he came back with? He
What?
said it's one of those sports doctor feelings he had.
All right, let's get to it, Larry.
All right. So as I mentioned earlier, Earl is 4-2, so he's the one above in the playoffs. He's 4-2. Neil and I are 3-3. A lot of people think the playoffs are the real season. So let's see what we do with that.
Let me comment on that before we move on, show, Larry.
Go ahead.
I would like to think that the playoffs is the real season, but the real season is the real season. I don't know about you, but that's the one I'm trying to win. The playoffs is just some extra stuff or something. Maybe I might win this one and save some pride. But I'm pissed that I lost the real season. I was playing for the real season. And the playoff, that's a joke to me. I mean, we had 18 weeks. I think that's a whole lot more work than 3 weeks of playoffs.
Well, I kind of agree with that. I was just trying to, draw up a little.
No, I know what you're trying to do because I know how you do. Neil and I both know what you're trying to do.
And
I'm
I
your
tried to
boy.
bring it up.
I'm your boy. I hate to lose and I'm sensitive. You're trying to smooth it up so I won't be so upset because you know how competitive I am. But it's all good.
Well, nevertheless, I still want to overcome your lead in the playoffs. It is a little more challenging when we only got like four games. It's kind of, we
Yeah,
might all pick the same teams, but who knows? The sports doctor, he has
he's
that
up
insight.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Speaking of which, let's start with the first game this afternoon. We got the Texans at the Ravens. Neil, who do you have in that game?
Baltimore.
Baltimore all the way. He didn't even hesitate. I didn't even get the period after the game out there. He said Baltimore. Earl, who do you have in that game?
I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, even though he has come up shaky in his last few appearances in the playoffs. But I believe he's focused, and I don't think this game is even going to be close. I don't think it's going to be close. Now, Houston's quarterback is playing great ball. He's my offensive rookie of the year. The Ravens not going to let Houston come in. They're not going to let Houston come in and do that. They're not having that.
My only concern is Lamar hasn't played for this will be 3 weeks, because he set out. Sharice is going with the Ravens.
Sharice!
My only concern is that Lamar hasn't played for 3 weeks. They had a bye, set out the last week of the season. But nevertheless, I think Baltimore has a little too much for them. So I'm looking for Baltimore to go ahead and win that game. I thought we might have a sports doctor moment there, but it didn't,
No, but we got one though. We got one.
Okay, we'll see. Okay. The next game I have are the Packers at the 49ers. Earl, who do you like in that game?
I'm going with the Packers.
Okay.
The Packers. I'm just trying something, that's all. But they can run on the 49ers. But I'm going to go with the Packers. It don't take 10 minutes to give you an answer. I'm going with the Packers.
Okay. And we're going to send a shout out to Carol, who picks the Houston upset in the previous game. In this particular game, Neil, who do you like?
I like the 49ers. I think they're going to show up this weekend.
Okay, and I'm going to go with the 49ers as well. So even the sports doctor is just going to blow us out of the water because he might, again, it's kind of dangerous when he feels something. And there's usually an upset every week. I don't think it's going to be this game, though. So I'm going to go with the 49ers as well.
Okay.
And Sharice likes the 49ers too. Okay. The Buccaneers versus the Lions. Neil, who do you like in that game?
I've been debating, wondering. I'm gonna stick with what it hasn't really been helping, but I'm gonna stick with what I've been doing. The home team, and go with the Lions since they're at home.
Earl, who do you like in that game?
Who's the Lions and who's the other team?
The Buccaneers.
Oh, I'm going with the Lions. Mayfield he's played past all. He don't have no more big games left.
I think he was going to say he played better than what he's supposed to play.
Yeah, he has. He's shown up well for a bum of the week quarterback, but I think his luck is about to run out this week.
I think Baker is the type of player that he needs good surroundings around him to make him stand out. Personally, that's how I look at it.
I'll tell you what, their defense is better than what I thought it was. I'll tell you that much.
I agree with that, Earl.
But I think the Lions have gone too long without having any kind of success, and it's right in front of them. I think they're going to be hyped up and they're going to play well today. I don't like the Lions per se. I don't really believe in the Lions, but I don't believe in Baker. I'm going with the Lions.
So this is where I'm going to make my move. I'm going to take the Bucs. I think the Lions have shot their load. They got their big playoff victory. Everything, they're happy about everything. Todd Bowles is going to have a defense, and they're going to fall Goff, and they're going to go into Detroit and upset the Lions.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Next, we have the Chiefs versus the Bills. Earl, who do you have in that game?
I have the Kansas City Chiefs. I very rarely, unless I get a feeling, vote against Kansas City quarterback. I'm going with Kansas City.
Neil, who do you like in that game?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I'm gonna stick with my home team. I got all home teams this week, so I'm gonna stick with it. Sharice got the Chiefs.
All right, Sharice know what's happening.
I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs too.
So I'm different from y'all. I need this one, Buffalo. Let's go.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of tight when it's only 4 games. You know, I'm really rolling the dice with this Tampa Bay, but I got a feeling maybe I've been so close to the sports doctor for like over 60 years. Maybe some of his feelings rubbing off on me. We'll see. I'm sure the sports doctor, in his words, are probably like, the game ain't even gonna be close, Larry. What's wrong with you?
It's not.
I can hear you in my ears. You ain't get no feeling from me. That game ain't gonna be close. Well, look, those are oh yeah, Kung Fu coming in with the who's playing Possum KC. I guess he's saying that Kansas City hasn't been playing up to their level this year, so people are sleeping on them. I'm guessing that's what he meant.
You never know with Kung Fu, but we'll find out. We'll find out.
Well, look, those are our picks for this week. Again, they're all for fun. You know, here's the playoffs, the real season, and I want to win all of it. So, you know, good luck for your picks. Again, these are all for fun. Take care. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Wednesday on Real Fellas Talk Sports. We'll have our regular crew there, and Earl Go Rush, the sports doctor, will be our host. Yeah. Definitely tune in for that because he always has something special when he's a host.
It's going to be a great show this Wednesday. So tune in if you can. Again, I want to congratulate Larry Abels for winning the regular season. I mean, if you look at all our records are very good. If you have better with any 3 of us this year, you would be a winner. Because you know it's not easy to prognosticate victories, but this staff does a great job of it. So you really can't go wrong with any of us. But I wouldn't bet on these games if I was you. All right.
Okay, we're going to sign off. Tune in Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. All of our viewers, particularly Sharice and Kung Fu, and anyone else who might be out there. And Richard. Thanks for tuning in, Richard.
Richard.
So we'll see you guys. Yeah, it is a smooth hat. He's a smooth guy, though. We see you guys Wednesday on Real Fellas Talk Sports.
All right.
Peace.